In today's video, I am going to be doing a payday routine. However, I am going to be including my closing out of the last budget, and then I'm going to be creating my budget for the new pay period. Usually I separate them, but I want to do it all together in this video. So if that is something that you're interested in, let's get to work. If this is your first time here, hi, welcome. My name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel, I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. If you're a returning bestie, hey girl, hey. And both for the returning besties as well as the new besties, the visitors, I really encourage that you guys really subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Okay, we are on a mission to 80K, so that's crazy to say. But yes, let's get into it. So I am going to be closing out my last budget, which is the budget that I received on January the 17th. And I'm really excited for January because I will be getting paid multiple times. This was a 3 paycheck month. If you are new here, it's important to know that I have been laid off from my job, and so I am receiving supplemental pay as well as unemployment. And so that is what I am budgeting with. I am currently in the process of looking for a job as well. So make sure that you guys are tuned in for that journey. So a part of my payday routine, I have different parts. I have a part where I need to close out my budget so that I know how well I did, or if there are any opportunities that I have for going into the next pay period. And then I complete my budget. I like to complete it before I receive my money, and then I do a 1-week check-in, and it's just the system that works best for me. Okay, so let's get into closing last paycheck. I am going to need the budget itself, my bill tracker, and definitely the expense tracker as well. So the very first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my bank account, and I'm going to make sure that I have everything tracked. So bear with me while I do that. So now that I have my account opened, the last thing that came out of it, I do have some updating to do, so let me do that right now. So now what I am doing is I'm taking a look at my paycheck budget tracker, and I am making sure that everything is completed as far as the check-in goes, and making sure that it mirrors the expense tracker. There is one thing that is missing here, a Capital One bill, and that was for $1.62. It was not budgeted for, but that was, I had a credit on the credit card, like my rewards, and I used cash, or I put the rewards on the credit card and I used the rewards, but I was short $1.62. So that's what that was. And everything else is here as it should be. The gas is here, $116.03. Target, well, this was taken out of the sinking funds, but the car insurance, $174.73 was paid. Walgreens, this was also taken out of the sinking fund, so it doesn't need to be here. And the electric is here, the HOA is here, the Netflix is here, the court is here, and there was a deposit of 1 cent from that you get the interest, and then the Capital One has been added. So that's everything there. And as far as the variable expenses, $100 was taken out, gas was taken out, and then the savings, all of this is correct. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to add all of this up so that we can get the actual. And this is where we're gonna see how well I did for the paycheck period. Definitely I stayed under budget. I didn't go over budget in very many areas where I didn't, you know, go negative in my account or anything like that. So now I'm gonna start adding up all of the actual fixed expenses. So that was a total of $638.77. And of course, that is over budget because what I budgeted for was $266.42. I'm going to use my burgundy pen because I can't find my red one. So $638.77. Which means that would have left. Now what I'm going to do is write what we actually had left over from the bills, and I'm going to start with the inflow total of $1609.51, and then I'm going to subtract $638.77, and that left us with $970.74. What I forgot to do is I forgot to write the actuals of what I brought in, and both of these were correct. It was $880.51 and then $729, so it was $1609.51. Okay, so now I'm gonna go down to the variable expenses. And this is the same at $216.03. So I'm going to take $970.74 and I'm going to subtract $216.03. And we get $754.71. So now going up to savings goals. So this is all the savings. So $754.71 and $320 is the same here. So I'm going to take $754.71 and subtract $320. So this is saying that I should have $434.71 after the actuals. This is what I budgeted for as far as the leftover, $435.13. And let's see, $434.71. So the actual leftover $434.71. So I'm gonna check my account and see if that is the number. I had wrote it down somewhere. Oh, $434.71. Yay! I'm so excited. Yay, so this is a A+++, okay? A plus close out. Let me write this in green. This is a A+ closeout. I'm super excited. I got it literally on the dime. And you know why? This expense tracking. Yes, we expense tracking for the win. So have to expense track. So this closeout was actually amazing. Now I'm going to go over to the bill tracker and just make sure everything is checked off for the month of January. And court was paid, Apple and Netflix. So everything was paid. Amazing. I'm super excited. I'm gonna need this. So now I have a new tracker here, and I need to do the calculations of what my inflow will be. So let me get that and I'll be right back. So during this pay period, I will be working with $1,877.08. And of course, we're gonna start with my tides here. And this will be given on the 31st. I don't share how much it is that I give for that. And then next will be mortgage. My mortgage is actually put in my mortgage account, but I like to put it here just as a reminder that I need to pay it. I mean, I don't think I need a reminder, but just so that people, if you want to try to mirror this budget as much as you can, I just want you to know I do pay a mortgage. However, I do have it, I have my mortgage account I have my mortgage in a mortgage account, which is just simply a checking account. I have it separated from all my other money. And I just like to organize my money that way. It just works best for me. I do have a video about my money organization if you are interested in watching more about that in detail. So now that I have my calendar completed for the month of February, I'm just going to pay as many bills as I possibly can. So I've already paid my mortgage. I've already paid my HOA. So first up will be SiriusXM. And this is a total of $7.27. And this is due on the 1st, or this is on auto pay. So I'm actually just gonna put here that it, I want to use pink because it's February. So this is on auto pay. And then the next bill will be Spectrum. This is my internet and cable. It's coming in at a whopping $143.52. That is what I will be paying this month, but then it's gonna go down in March, okay? So that's also on auto pay. And then Hulu is $2.99. And this will be paid on the 2nd as well. And this is also on auto pay. Next is electric, but I did pay my electric bill in January, so this is already paid. I have my granddaughter's birthday party. I thought my water bill was due in February, but it's actually not. I paid my water bill way back in December, but that payment was actually for January. So that's been paid up for a while. So I'm actually not gonna have a water bill due until March, and I won't get that bill until like later in February. Because right now I'm still showing 0. And looks like that's it, actually. Those are all of the bills that I have. Yeah, those are all of the bills that I have. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna add all of this together. And it's a total of $153.78 for my bills. Now, let me say this, because February is going to be a tricky month. It is the last month, I believe, that I will be getting my supplemental pay. So what I want to do is really, I want to pay all my bills this month with this check, and just to make sure that I don't fall behind. But because these things are on auto pay, I can't like prepay them. So it wouldn't make sense for me to include it in this budget, because it's gonna mess everything up for the next time that I'm paid. So I'm not gonna include it in here. Now, if there's anything that comes up that I am able to make a payment for manually, I am going to do that, okay? Because everything else, I mean, all this stuff is on auto pay or not available yet, because I'm pretty much paid up. Oh, ADT, I missed that. Whoops, I missed ADT. That's a bill. My bad. ADT. And this is auto paid on the 3rd. I have all of my bills on auto pay pretty much. So this is actually gonna change. So let me, 153.78 plus 59.99, and that's 213.77. Okay, so now let's look and see what the leftovers are. So from 1877.08, we're gonna subtract 213.77, and it's 1,663.31. So 1,663.31. So of course here, now groceries, I didn't spend any of the grocery money. I haven't gone grocery shopping like I'm crazy. Well, it's not that I'm crazy, it's just that my daughter took care of the food, so I really didn't need to go grocery shopping. I am still going to take another 100 out for grocery shopping, and I'm gonna actually go this time. I really need to go grocery shopping. And then for my gas, it's gonna be a total of I did write it down, I looked it up. Gas is $114.48. Yeah, $114.48. So this is a total, well, no, I'm actually not done, because I do have some more things coming up. So when I get the supplemental pay again on the 14th, I'm going to take money out of this for my Valentine's Day. I'm going to be going out for Valentine's Day. I have my granddaughter's birthday party coming up, and I'm going to give myself a budget of $200 for this. And I think that is it as it relates to any outings. I don't think that I have any other outings planned. Like I said, I know I'm going out on Valentine's Day. Oh, the Super Bowl is on the 9th, but I don't think I'm gonna have to spend any money. I don't think I have any birthdays. I'm trying to remember anything that I may need to spend money on just outside of that. But so for right now, I have the $200 budget for my granddaughter. She needs clothes, so I want to get her some clothes for her birthday, and maybe shoes, but that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna add all of this together. So it's $414.48. And let's see what the leftover is. What's left over is $1,248.83. Okay, so we're gonna bring this up here for the savings goals. 1, 2, 4, 8, 83. Now, looking here on the membership subscription, I know that AAA is due. I actually got the bill that's due on March the 4th. And this is the physical sinking funds here. Oh, I'm glad I have this. Okay, so as far as the AAA goes, I just need to see how much money I have in AAA. So I have $105, and the total bill is $187. So if I take $187 and subtract $105, I need $82. So for AAA, I'm gonna budget $83 or $82 so that I can go ahead and pay AAA. So we're done with that. And then next is household. And I am going to budget $30 for household. And for toiletries, I am going to budget $30 for toiletries. For medical, I'm going to budget $20 for this. and nail shop. I am going to budget $50 for that sinking fund. Skincare, I'm gonna budget $20. And I think that's, oh, car maintenance. I think I had put, did I put car maintenance in the digital sinking funds? So that is it for the physical sinking funds. Now let's go over to the digital sinking funds. And I do have a dedicated video on what the differences are. So I will have that video linked if you're interested in knowing why it's separated, my whole method, and how I am saving the money, okay? So for the digital sinking funds, what I said I was going to do is I was just gonna save one sinking fund at a time, as opposed to going in and just saving $3, $8, $7, and $9. I don't want to do that. So with my Costco, I think this is for this year. Yeah, this is for this year. So yeah, that's for that year. So I am going to start with the Costco. Let me see. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let me think about this. So first, what I'm going to start with is the actual things that I have to take care of no matter what. And that would be vehicle registration. This is one of the things that, like, I don't have a choice. I have to. Like, I can go without Costco. I can go without AAA. I can go without Prime. I can go without Clear, memberships, Christmas. Well, taxes can't go without that one. That one's going to be added. But for right now, vehicle registration is something I cannot go without. I have to. I mean, if I want to drive, I have to do it. So that's how I am going to prioritize how I save the digital sinking funds. So I am going to, for vehicle registration, I'm gonna just save $150. Okay. So now let's see let me see how much this is, because I might make some changes. Let's see. $382, so that'll leave me with about $900. I think I'm okay with that, because I do need my emergency fund. So in my emergency fund, I decided that I'm gonna save $3,000 for 2025. Okay, I'm just gonna use this again because I really don't and I'm gonna have to remove all of that. So I want to save $3,000 in 1 year, and I already have some money saved here. So I already have $300 saved towards it. That other money is for something else. So I already have $300 saved towards, because I was just saving $100 every paycheck, really, or every time I got money or something like that. So for this check, I am going to save a $50 circle, and so I'm gonna save $100. Another two $50 circles is what I'm saving. So $100. So this is everything in the sinking funds area. All right, so 482. So 1248, 83 minus 482 equals 766.83. And that will be left over. I'll be giving you guys a debt update soon, okay? I hope this, I know, oops, sorry. I'm so sorry. I really hope that that wasn't difficult to see. So this is what we're left with. The only thing that may pose a little bit of a problem that I saw when I did my last paycheck budget is that I'm not receiving both of these incomes at the same time. So for a while, I will be without the $729, which means that when I take all this money out of the bank, I may need to wait until I receive the $729. So I did see that, but the reason why it was okay was because a lot of the auto pays that were coming out was coming out after I received the unemployment money. And so what I may need to do is I may need to wait to pull all this money until I actually get the unemployment money. Then that way I can just make sure everything is good the way that it should be. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I will, you know, let these bills come out because they will be coming out before that, of course. And I will take out the grocery money. I'll pay the gas, and I won't even take out this money. I won't take out none of the sinking funds or anything until after I receive the unemployment. So in my last pay check, I did see that. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta make sure I'm gonna have enough money because I'm not getting this money at the same time. So I hope that that made sense to you guys. I know that this video was a little bit longer than normal, and that is because I did the closeout and I did the budget all at kind of like the same time with you guys, and I kind of had to do some thinking about what was important, what wasn't important, you know, so that was a lot to do. But like I stated, I am going to be looking for a job, and so happy at that closeout. Make sure you guys are expense tracking. It really, really, really helps. Seriously. Yeah, so this is where we are for this paycheck. So yeah, the cash, I'm not going to take that out until after I get my unemployment. So really that's going to be next week. Yes, next week that will be. Okay. And I think that is pretty much everything. If you have any questions on any part of my process, please leave it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to address it. And until the next time, I'll see you besties in the next video. Go be great. Peace out.
You special and she reckless. Remember, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then baby girl, you can spend it. And everything is alright. I like how you doing.